Yeah, so I'm one of those people that keeps like popping from one job to another one. And when he's so tired from one, I quit and I try to adjust my CV to the next description job, um, and try to actually make a new CV all the time, back again, again, again. And that was actually frustrating me so much because at the end, I kept asking myself, right, who am I? Like, what am I doing? What do I know? Like, am I specialized in something? And the answer was always like, no, and I don't give much value, or the time is going by and you're not doing anything. So I came across with this boot camp, and I found that at the end of those 5 days, I was like, right, do I want to get up tomorrow morning in the same bed, in the same situation, feeling the same way, with the same reality? Or do I want to give it a chance to actually see what's ahead and try to figure it out, you
I was
know?
about to ask you. I was about to ask you, and this is, by the way, promise to say, like, what I didn't say at the beginning of this conversation is all we discussed about today was yesterday in one of our private coaching calls when I asked you to share the lesson. So
Yeah.
I wanted to be clear that nothing, like, I wanted you to be really I don't know, clear on the journey, the good times and everything else. So I wanted to speak
Yeah.
a bit about the obstacles before you joined and the lessons that you've learned throughout, and then describe where you are a little right now, um,
Right.
and the progress. So what were the biggest obstacles as you just finished the boot camp?
Well, I had so many. Like, it's not easy. It's quite intense. It's getting quite intense. Every week you cover one of those modules, and basically you go through first an internal part and then an external one that is kind of planning what you're going to be doing.
Mhm.
But my obstacle were like that I had so many beliefs, and actually I didn't filter those. I didn't question those. I make them a reality. And at the end of the 6 modules, I'm now currently starting to plan what's my next move is going to be, and working on my work purpose, so what my contribution is going to be. But throughout these 2.5 months, I faced like ups and downs continuously. Like every week was like, oh, I feel clear enough. And then I dig inside me, you know that because of the group calls. And I dig inside me and I was like, whoa, 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 where's these? I'm not clear anymore. I'm confused. But yeah, I think you kind of need to question those beliefs or thoughts. It's like a job interview also for them, you need to just like, okay, you come here, do I accept you? Are you based on facts or reality, or what are you based on? Because sometimes we just like think and believe, think and believe, think and believe, you know? So those would be the main obstacles, because those are the ones that are going to limit you on your journey,
Yeah.
because the help is there, and those beliefs and those thoughts are the ones that are going to take you, and drive you back. So
Yeah.
just question them.
That's amazing, and that's everything that we discussed. And I think I've asked you yesterday, how can we better explain the this entire journey to someone who hasn't gone through it? And you said in the bootcamp, actually, you cover, at a very, very high level, every single thing. It's just that um, every single part, it's a lot deeper, and you have the up and downs, and it's actually the up and downs, from what I hear, that kind of make this a success.
Yeah, it's actually you live that each up and down so intensively that you learn it. Like you learn the lesson. You have to learn the lesson, because after a week thinking and feeling and overthinking, then at the end you learn. It's not like you cover like some kind of workbook and then you go next and next and next and it's just writing. No, it's
Yeah.
just like the exercises and everything. it works on really in like deeply.
So I was about to ask you, what did you try before to solve this problem?
Yeah, I didn't really, I hadn't tried any coaching or any program like that. I used to read a lot to get some clarity, but it didn't help because at the end of the day, no matter how much you read, that if you don't really apply anything, that if you don't really like write, I have so many notes and sometimes I keep losing my papers because thanks to that writing and practical exercises is when actually I've been working on in my mind, you know. It's not just about reading or how would you change. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. So where are you now?
Right. I'm right at the end of module 6, which is the end of the program. Basically, I figure out my work purpose, so what I want to be doing, and again, like I remember, by the way, in one of the messages I was writing in the platform, I remember Steve replying to my message and saying, just watch out for that word, exactly. Because actually, we can't really say exactly what I'm going to be doing because it's a long journey and you keep changing. And the more you know and you kind of find obstacles, the more you kind of find your way. So yeah, I'm figure out what is roughly what I'm going to be doing, the work purpose, and I'm actually starting planning. So how I'm going to get there, you know, what steps I'm going to be doing along the journey that is going to take years. It's not a quick process. It's intense, but it's a change, you know.
Yeah, it is. That's, if there is one message that I want everyone to take away, is it is challenging, but it is so fulfilling, and there's nothing comes with, you know, just sit down, have a conversation, and boom.
That's the thing, because when you deal with your internal yourself, like with your internal you dealing with so much stuff, like not just those beliefs or thoughts, also like your past, your experiences, your influences, your family, your surroundings, and you have to cover them in order to understand the you now, the current you know.
What didn't you expect in this to find, and you found in this journey?
To be honest, like the first thought that I had when I saw you in that Instagram, I was like, whoa, that's me, you know, that's my current situation. I just want to, you know, I just need help because I wanted to get out of that black hole. But obviously I didn't have any expectations. But when I completed the 5-day boot camp, for me, it was so useful to know, not in depth, but to know what I was going to be covering, you know, the internal parts, that roller coaster, the external plan. So actually how to get there, how to figure it out. Because for example, myself, I'm not a person that had a vague idea of what I was going to do or what I wanted to do. For me, it's not that I was in the wrong career, but I knew what I wanted to go. For me, I had no clue. Like every time I heard the word contribution and purpose, at the beginning, I freaked out because for me it was so overwhelming. Like I don't even know what my contribution is, you know, I didn't have any idea.
I see. I remember you in the first coaching call, you're like, how, but Steve, Sylvia, how are you gonna make, like, is it magic? Like, I don't know how. And in the first module, you're like, first module, I still don't know.
It's true. Like, and you will panic if you take this course. You will panic if you don't know your contribution or what you like, because I didn't know what I liked for a career. you know, what would make me happy. And because I didn't know and I had no clue, I was panicking. So I was kind of asking Steve and Sylvie, like, how are you going to do it? Like, how are you going to make me identify my contribution, you know? So yes, throughout the program, I managed to get there, you know. So you can too.
And what I also wanted to ask you was, everyone seems to believe that, you know, this is such a hard program. It's going to take years, thousands of years to get to a clear understanding of what you want to do.
No.
How long did it take for you?
Yeah, I was gonna reply that. In fact, for me, it's taken what, 2 months, 2.5 months, and it's not that I know now the whole path, but I have a clear idea of what I want to go. Then I just need to figure out the steps, how to get there, what skills I need to develop to get there, or what jobs may help me to get there. But I figured out that in 2.5 months because the program is intense. We're not going to lie to you. It's intense because you deal with emotions and stuff and inside you. But in those 2.5 months, the program touches and covers so many different aspects that, thanks to the program and the group calls and the coaching and the availability that they always have in the platform to answer your doubts and, you know, reflections or whatever, you work on every aspect so intensively, so deeply, that at the beginning you may not have a clear picture, a whole picture. You may feel like you're touching like single items, but when you start like module 4, 5, 6, the whole picture starts to make sense. So don't believe that it's going to take you years, but you just need to try, because it's so intense that you're gonna get something out of it. So you're gonna get something out of it. I believe that the program, like now that I've done 4, 5, 6, and I'm into the planning bit, I believe that if we wouldn't have covered the 3 first modules, so the internal part, it would be completely different. But seriously, completely different, because at least for me, it was so intense, the internal part, because I got rid of so many boundaries and limits that I established, you know, throughout the years, that I didn't even know if I could have gotten to my contribution without that part, to be honest.
What would you recommend to someone thinking about enrolling? Because, you know, you were on the fence yourself and we had a call. What would you recommend? And now that you've gone through this, what would be some lessons that you can share?
Yeah. For example, I remember at the beginning, because I knew that something was wrong in my life and I wanted to change and work on that, I was so convinced. But you're going to find some people around you, family, friends, or even partner, that are a bit skeptical about these, you know, and that's a part of it, you know, it's a reality. But at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your change, and if you want to change, then you need to do something about it. And for example, for the accountability partner, is that person that you're going to be working close to check where you are at throughout the program. It's very important to get support from them, because in those ups and downs, when it's up, oh my God, you're going to feel like you got these, you know, you're going to, oh my God, you got your work purpose, you know what exactly you're going to be doing, but no, you know, then you're going down. So remember that, and surround yourself with people that not necessarily believe in the program, because that's up to them if they want to believe or not, but believe in you that you can go ahead with these and make a change, work on that. So that would be one of the lessons. And second, it would be time. Time. So be patient. It's going to take time. And even when you got your work purpose and your planning, it's going to take time, years. But you got that clarity, and now you got like a path to start work on. But I've got so many calls, Silvio told me, you've been so hard on yourself. You just just need to be patient, because you're working on it already. It's not like I'm laying on the couch, I want to change, but not doing anything about it, So give yourself time. It's so easy to say, and even I'm saying that so easily, but then I don't. But
yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.